In travel news for August 11th, 2023, we talk about the shrinking Mendenhall Glacier in Juneau, Alaska. A main European hub is decreasing the number of allowed flights, and more strikes are coming to London Gatwick Airport. But before we begin, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, a travel agency that makes travel so easy. Even a blind person can do it. And now, today in travel. As the effects of a changing climate intensify, many of the world's prized travel spots are wrestling with uncertain futures. Juneau, Alaska is a heartbreaking example with its celebrated Mendenhall Glacier, a major lure for travelers. But with the glacier's rapid retreat, it's predicted that by 2050, this icy spectacle might no longer be visible from the dedicated visitor center. This swift transformation is sparking concern in the Juneau community. There's an increasing recognition of the need to be forward-thinking about glaciers and how their retreat could reshape visitor experiences. Coupled with this is a heightened sense of responsibility to minimize environmental impacts. Many believe that travelers flock to Alaska seeking an untouched natural haven, and it's a shared duty to maintain this pristine image for both visitors and residents. Recent studies reveal that between 2007 and 2021, the glacier's facade has withdrawn by a distance comparable to 8 football fields. These changes are documented with trail markers that highlight previous ice locations, silently narrating the glacier's shrinking tail. The bulk of this decline is attributed to thinning, a consequence of the changing climate. Reports indicate that the Mendenhall Glacier is now significantly distanced from the Mendenhall Lake. The potential ecological impacts, especially concerning the area's salmon population, are still unknown. Though the glacier is anticipated to disappear entirely in about a century, Juneau isn't devoid of other natural attractions. It boasts an imposing waterfall, a thriving black bear community, and the annual salmon migrations. However, the consensus is clear. The glacier is the crowning jewel. For many, the glacier's retreat underscores the pressing issue of a changing climate. As the Mendenhall Glacier continues to slowly fade away, the community and travelers confront the broader implications of a world in flux. In a significant move by the Amsterdam Court of Appeals, Schiphol Airport, one of Europe's most frequented travel junctions, will see its annual flight count drop from 500,000 to 460,000. This decision, taken in response to environmental concerns and local residents' complaints, holds considerable implications for international travelers who regularly transit through or visit the Netherlands. A more immediate concern for travelers is the potential reduction in flight choices. Given Schiphol's prominence as a major aviation hub, the scaling back of its flight operations might result in fewer direct routes and more layovers for those traveling to or from distant destinations. This can be especially challenging for business travelers who often rely on specific schedules to fit tight itineraries. With the airport handling fewer flights, airline companies will undoubtedly face the task of reevaluating their existing schedules. This could lead to logistical issues such as flight delays, sudden rescheduling, or even unanticipated cancellations. For regular flyers, this means the likelihood of adjusting to a more variable flight environment in the short term. Schiphol's decision to eliminate flights operating between midnight and 5 a.m. will directly affect travelers who depend on late-night or early morning flights. While this might sound like a minor shift, it can be particularly impactful for those who aim to avoid daytime crowds or have connections that require specific timings. On the brighter side, Schiphol's proactive stance towards becoming a quieter, cleaner, and better airport indicates their commitment to enhancing the passenger experience. Although travelers might need to navigate initial challenges, the long-term vision suggests an eventual transition to a more organized and less crowded terminal environment. As the airport begins implementing changes, it would be beneficial for travelers to keep a keen eye on communications from airlines. Advanced planning and flexible itineraries might become crucial, especially during this transitional phase. Given Schiphol's reputation and significance in the global travel arena, one can hope that While the adjustment period may present challenges, the end result will be an improved travel experience for everyone. Travelers planning to use London Gatwick Airport later this month may need to brace themselves for potential delays, with 8 days of strikes scheduled, including the pivotal August bank holiday weekend. Approximately 45,000 passengers are anticipated to face disruption. This comes after disagreements regarding employee pay at key airport service providers. Members from the Unite union, primarily from Red Handling and Wilson James, have announced their intention to go on strike. Red Handling, which provides ground services for airlines such as Delta, is set to commence its strike actions on Friday, August 18th, and conclude on Monday, August 21st, with a second round starting on August 25th and ending on August 28th. Meanwhile, Wilson James, which oversees passenger assistance at Gatwick, will begin its strikes on the same day, but conclude on Sunday, August 20th. Their second round of strikes will run from Tuesday, August 22nd to Thursday, August 24th. Strike actions can severely impact travelers who are transiting through or entering the United Kingdom via London Gatwick, especially given the timing. With Red Handling responsible for airlines including Norse Atlantic, Norwegian, Delta, TAP Air Portugal, and Saudia, Unite estimates that during the first 4 days alone, about 216 flights could either be delayed or completely disrupted. The heart of the dispute lies in a perceived imbalance in pay. Unite's General Secretary emphasized that their members wouldn't stand for a real terms pay cut and poverty pay. She added that while other employees at Gatwick are ready to offer competitive rates, companies like Red Handling and Wilson James ought to follow suit. The ramifications of the strike aren't only limited to the workers and the companies. Previous strikes planned for late July and early August were averted when the concerned ground handling companies settled on double-digit pay raises. Gatwick's management has urged the staff and their unions to reach a resolution, promising support in contingency planning. They aim to ensure that, despite the disruptions, most flights will proceed as planned. Wilson James, on the other hand, expressed disappointment with the industrial action ballot, emphasizing their previous efforts to prioritize employee welfare, especially during the pandemic. They highlighted their attempts to save jobs, provide pay uplifts, and their above-inflation current offer as evidence of their commitment to their staff. The company also emphasized its ongoing efforts, hoping for a resolution before the strike can impact the summer travel season, a busy period for travel. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, a travel agency that specializes in making travel easier for everyone. From the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled traveler, everybody deserves to travel well. Until next time, travel well, my friends.